Afternoon guys. On today's video I'm just going to go through the process of actually cleaning Beverly. These are some of the things I actually use. I use Auto Glim Bodywork shampoo conditioner. I've been using it for years, swear by this. You can use any shampoo. I use a noodle mitt for doing the front of the vehicles, the handles and the rear of the vehicle, and the windows. And then for speed I've been using this brush, which I know it's quite soft. I've been using it for about 10 to 12 years now. I need to get another one, and I use that for the front of the bonnet, the roof and the side panels. That's just for speed. And the wheels, although you don't need to use a specific wheel cleaner, this is actually one of the mildest ones on the market, and I just use the soft side of that. Once I've applied the stuff to that, I just literally go over with running water throughout the vehicle, on the wheels I should say. Now as for drying Beverly, I've been using these Magurs, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, water magnet drying towels. I've been using these for about 3 years now. This one is semi-new, and just let me put these in order. So there we go, that's in the right order now. So you probably won't be able to see the gradients. This one's the oldest one, this is the second newest one, and this is virtually brand new. And I normally use the first one to get most of the water off, second one to mop up, and the third one I normally use for anything that's left. And then what I'll do is I'll show you how I actually clean the actual insides of the door edges with this one, which will be soaking wet, and then use that to dry it. As I say, this one is normally not really used, especially in the weather today, which is actually about 16 to 70 degrees. Anyway, I'll set the camera up and we'll crack on. That's it all wet and washed. Let's get drying. That's about it. Still got to do the wheels. I'll do the wheels in a moment. I'm just going to show you the parts of the vehicle you actually need to take a look at when you're actually cleaning it with care. So as I previously mentioned in one of my other videos, you need to get the drying towel. It's quite hard with one end, but you need to get it in there because that will just keep dripping down under there. Same again on this side. Try and get the drying towel right underneath. They say it's quite hard with one end, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. The Leaf is actually a water magnet. It captures water and releases it in stages like these badges. Be careful if you're using a leather or a drying towel, because they catch all the time. I don't know if they're just the way that they've been made, but just bear in mind when you're going past this area. See, look, water coming out again. It just keeps flowing and flowing on the Leaf. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that it's a tree, or was a tree, I don't know. Maybe it's releasing it. These parts here as well capture a lot of water, so what I generally do is just blow them and get most of the water out. See? Otherwise you go down the road and you've got all smears all over it. And these are noticeable by how much water they collect as well. So you might have to blow these. Get most of the water out. Right, don't forget the diffuser, so it looks stunning in that blue. Try and get your finger, one finger in that groove and go all the way down. Doesn't matter, because I'll show you how to wash these in a moment. See, there's water in here. See? Collects it like you wouldn't believe. So with your wet towel, just do all of the gullies, as I'll collect all the water, dirt. I normally do right up into the parts here and around the top. Get it all nice and clean. And then go over with your dry towel. These parts actually capture water as well, so you might have to blow them out as well. So yeah, pay special attention to the water will actually catch on the outside that goes inside the light clusters at the back. So just do this on both edges. And then just leave that to dry off. Same again guys, with the gullies, door shuts. And then same again, I don't know if you can see it on camera, these are very dirty. Do it inside here and then dry. While you're here, while it's a little bit damp, you can do your inserts on your doors. Go over your doors if you want, door handles. Customers always appreciate clean doors. You never know who you're picking up. Could be going to a wedding. Just a little bit. This leading edge down here gets dirty as well, so don't forget to clean in there. Leading edge. Right, and I'll rinse, repeat the other side. I won't bother doing it on camera, I'll just go and do it now. And then I'll start on the wheels. Okay guys, wheel cleaning. Lightly just spray it over the surface, as you would do any alley wheel. And because it's warm outside today, I'm actually going to leave this running a little bit. Well, I'm only going to have it on a fine spray, just to wet the surface. It will dry out very quickly. I'll just use the back of a scourer. It's sponge, so it's not going to hurt the wheels. Oops. Let's say they generally don't get that dirty. These are, it's only because it was raining this morning, and you'll pick up some like road grime. Be interesting to see what they're like in the winter months. And just rinse off. The second drying towel, which it isn't even, it's very lightly damp. You can just go straight over them, save the sun drying. You might get some that you might have missed, but generally. I've never ever done this with wheels before, ever. They're so clean from brake dust that you get a bit of brake, like a bit of dirt, like inside, but that's where I might have missed it. But I've never ever chamoised or used the drying towel on an alley wheel in my entire life, period. This is the first one, because they stay so clean. There you go, job done. So guys, just going to do a quick walk around with you. All the wheels are all now dried, immaculate. You do get obviously black, unfortunately. You'll get little tiny scratches if you go for black. One of the reasons, it's one of the downsides of going for black. I normally go for silver, although in the old Rattler I didn't have a choice. But yeah, all good. See, water still collecting here, coming out, leaving these spots, and there as well. Trouble is, if you don't catch them, they will it will stain into the paintwork. You've got to catch them as quick as you can, and they will still. I mean, you can get them out with waxing, but yeah, there you go. So that's that all done again. And other than that, there's still some more water dripping out. Sorry if I'm OCD. I've been like it with all my cars. There you go. So just throw that up there for a second. There you go. So immaculate showroom finish. Door inserts if someone gets in, white dress, crystal clear. These inserts are the ones you have to pay interest to, because if they catch anything, and they don't catch anything, they get very, very mucky. I noticed that's a dirt magnet there. As for cleaning the car, I'll come back to that in a moment. Just have another quick walk around. Nice and clean. Yep, all good. Yep, all done. Showroom finish for Beverly. Oh, one other thing before I go and get the Hoover. Meant to say, while you've still got this relatively damp and cooling cloth, because I'm very hot out here, it's gone very hot while I was doing this, you might as well give the old Pod Point a bit of a clean up, because obviously they get rainwater on them. Oops. And I just use the other drying towel. Got to keep that nice and clean as well. There you go, pristine. Pod Point, you should be proud. I'm taking very good care of it for you. Back again, guys. Right, I will just say, I'm not massively into doing reviews of stuff. I've only had this about 3 weeks, and I thought it was fitting that I have a battery electric car, that I get a BEH. Is that a battery electric Hoover? Does that work, a BEH? Anyway, this is a Dyson V10. Can't recommend this enough. I bought this primarily for the car. Very expensive, but it's so good. I'm not actually using my old Millie, or Mealy if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's German. Still fantastic Hoovers and Millies. But so yeah, the Dyson V10 Animal is absolutely brilliant, as I will demonstrate to you in a second. So give me a sec, guys. I'll just put on the rotary attachment first. And by the way, believe the hype, on the first setting with these, they're all motorized. Well, there's 3 heads. I actually bought the flat roller head, which wasn't included in this particular model. I've got like a carpet one and this motorized one, but these spin fantastically fast. And they just lift everything on the first speed setting. I only ever use the 3rd speed setting when I'm using the crevice tool to get like dirt that's down the sides of the seats. So 1st speed setting, and I'm not joking, it is brilliant. And it is, just let the head do the work for you. You still have to move the mats out a little bit. It won't capture like, it won't go up on that kind of angle and then go over it again. But the point I'm trying to make, guys, I'm not joking, this is absolutely phenomenal, this Hoover. If you've got one already, fair play to you. So crevice tool attached, you can do all of the little bits up there, and anything that doesn't move you can just use the high speed setting. But it's generally good enough for getting most of the dirt out, as you can see down here. That's it. Let me just put it on the max speed setting, because there's some bits up in this corner. Done. Oh, hang on, missed a bit. But honestly, guys, can't recommend it enough. It is sorry, it's getting very, very warm out here. Maybe I should have done this later. Doesn't matter. The V10 is absolutely phenomenal. And say indoors on carpets, with these standard motorized brush head, like the bigger version of this, on the 1st setting, it lifts everything. The Millie is got like a turbo attachment brush, which uses a belt system that uses suction to turn it around, whereas these are motorized, and they're only dinky little motors, but wow, do they move fast. And I've actually done before now my entire house and the car, and I've still got 1 bar left, which is about 20 minutes of runtime, and I'm not joking. That's a 3-bedroom house and a car, boot, everything. and using the max setting with the crevice tool. So I thoroughly recommend it, guys. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this, and for those of you that have actually watched the video, fair play, Chuck. It can be quite boring watching people wash cars, but I just wanted you to see my routine with Beverly and how I'm keeping her nice and clean. I'll speak to you later, guys. Bye for now. One thing to remember, guys, about the Magura's water magnets, you can put them on a low temperature wash, like 30 degrees, but do not put conditioner with them. Just washing liquid or powder, and only these on their own. Don't wash them with anything else, because apparently it interferes with the fibres, and hence the reasons why I've probably got fantastic years out of these products. And they only need a very quick wash. I normally put them on a maximum 34-minute wash. If not, even a 20-minute super fast wash will keep them nice. And drying them, just put them either out on the line or just leave them like over radiators or whatever, and they're fine. But as I say, thoroughly recommend these, guys, all year round. There's no nastiness on your hands where you've got to wring them out. I mean, I've bought 3 of them. Don't really need 3, 2's enough. This one gets saturated, as I say, and then I use that for the door shuts, which I showed you on video. But in the winter months, they stay warm, so you can keep them indoors or in the car, whichever you want to do, and they stay nice and warm. So you haven't got like hands, and you haven't got to wring them out and get blisters. And then obviously with leathers, unlike these, where they wear, they leave bits all over the car, which is really annoying if you don't like that kind of thing. And as I say, they stay supple forever. When they come out of the washing machine and they've been dried, they're like brand new, and all of these marks won't be on them, and they'll come up pretty much like this one is.